Back again for another video. So, been gone for a minute. Had to, I guess you can say, reflect on a few things in life. Plus, I've been super busy with work. Goodness gracious. The hours have been crazy. But more money in my pocket regardless. I get paid that double time for that crazy junk, you know what I mean? But anyway, so today's topic is going to be about masculinity. Though I want to, I guess you can say, be more specific about my topic. It's was something that I've noticed for majority of my life. Men, we tend to gravitate towards femininity pretty readily. Like, it doesn't take much for us to, I guess you can say, to notice it and to want to be around it, to want to have it in our lives all the time. Even though we may have grown up with a mother, all of our lives, even if it's in a 2-parent household, no matter what the circumstances are, most men generally gravitate towards femininity. Now, due to this gravitation that men have to femininity, they're willing to go the length most times for this femininity. This does not mean that every guy, but most guy who has any worth in his salt about him, he will do what he can to maintain a woman's femininity in his life. But here's the issue that I've been running across. And I can't say that other women have necessarily had that issue when it comes to the feminine women who are actually feminine, not the ones who believe they're feminine, because, they still exhibit some degree of pseudo masculinity, and they have no idea. I'm talking about the ones who, truly know that they're feminine and truly have been told that they are feminine, by men, that say men tell them that this is one of their best qualities that they have about them is their feminine qualities. But I can't speak for those women. But for the men who have exceptional masculinity, what I've noticed is, while on the other side of the fence, a man will go out of his way, a true man will go out of his way to, I guess you can say, like I said, have a feminine woman in his life. He will do what he can, do what is necessary to maintain her or to garner her attention so that he can maintain her in his life. Whereas what I've noticed is women, they desire masculinity. I hear this all the time, but what I don't hear is what they will do to maintain it or what they would do to garner it. It almost seems like there's a low value to masculinity. Now, this is even coming from feminine women. While on the surface they may say, I greatly appreciate your masculinity that you're showing me, and it fills me. Rarely is this manifested into, from my opinion, throughout my life. This has not just been one instance. This has been throughout my life because I've been masculine since I remember being masculine. But, throughout my life, these women, they expect the masculinity to be free. Meaning that they are not willing to do what it takes to maintain a man in their life who exhibits a high level of masculinity. I don't know why this is. It almost seems like, they believe that these men are easily replaceable. I mean, because simps, they definitely are easily replaceable. They're dime a dozen. But when you run across, as a woman, run across a man who exhibits exceptional masculinity and a very unique masculinity, nonetheless, it kind of gets tossed up into I can possibly do better. Or I can find another mindset, and this is no shot necessarily to, any woman out there who has exhibited such behavior in her life. I just wonder, why is that? Because I mean, as much as we hear, especially here in the manosphere, as much as we hear women say that, we need to find more masculine men and they gravitate towards masculine men, but they're not willing to show their work when it comes to it. They're not willing to put in the necessary effort and the necessary attention to maintain that man in her life in regards to having that masculinity around her perpetually. It seems like if you give a woman enough, she'll be good for like a week. You know what I mean? Like she could go for like a minute. If you give enough masculinity to a woman as a man, she can like starve off to the next time that she needs the masculinity again for a short period of time. But what I can't understand is, why would you want to go through that? Why not just do what it takes to perpetually, like I said, have this man in your life? We talk about men having cold feet, when they get approached by a woman's position when she asks them, so what are we? Then you start getting the, what happened was we know as men, we do that. We know other men do that as well. Although at the same time, I don't think anyone is paying attention that women do that too. It's not necessarily that they don't have a proper feminine response. It's just that they are not willing to put in the effort. And I wonder if this comes from a state of bias. Meaning that they have ran into men who exhibit similar masculinities as far as the level of masculinity goes, and something happened. I don't know. It's something that I have been puzzled about for a long period of time, because I'm fairly new when it comes to, I guess you can say, conceptualizing a woman's position and how she thinks. Because I haven't necessarily really cared, in so many words. It's not, it's not like that, but I haven't really cared enough to consider why women do some of the things that they do. I just chalk it up into, okay, this is point A and somehow we got to Z. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it as, okay, we went to point A, then we went to point B, then we went to point C. That's too much. I'm a man. Like, I don't have the time and effort to break down a female psyche on the individual level with every woman that I meet. Like, I don't have that energy. But I often wonder, if it can be broken down to an A to Z type of thing when it comes to, can we concretely say that, it's because of bias? Or can we in a solid form, can we say that it's because of cold feet? Can we make a generalization across the board to explain this phenomenon? Because I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only guy that this happens to. And me personally, like, I'm never in the market to really look for anybody seriously. That's really never been my thing. I'm all about, the woman coming to me. I'm 100% about that. There will be certain women that I'll send a couple, flirtatious things to, not so much as a private setting type of thing. Like, you never catch me in a chick's DMs unless it's some business type shit. But other than that, nah, you're not gonna catch it from me. But as far as, just creating a little bit of tension, yeah, I do that. That's easy. That's nothing. I mean, it's a playful social banter. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it amounts to. But there have been women who have messaged me, since I've been here on YouTube, which is totally fine. And I'm not the kiss and tell type of nigga at all. You'll never catch me talking shit about nobody. You never catch me fucking explaining any situation, specifically that we went through. You'll never catch me putting no names to nothing, no faces to nothing. I mean, y'all can guess all you damn well like, but you won't hear it out of my mouth when it comes to my interactions with the women here. But it's been mostly friendships. Like, nobody's came at me, with some other shit, or nobody's came at me with, some nonsense, you know what I mean? Or nobody's came at me hard like, yo, I want to get married tomorrow. You know, it's not been any of that. It's no crazy stuff. But through, like I said, throughout my life, and including here, the women that I have run into, they want the masculinity for free. They're not willing to work for it. I'll tell you guys about a woman that I was talking to. Like we had an agreement about what I wanted from her and what I kind of expected from her, type situation. But she would just fall off the radar, and I'm like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? Like I know I made myself clear. I'm a very straightforward person. Like I don't shoot no innuendos when I'm being direct. I say what I got to say, and that's it. And then I ask you if you understand, and then I get the confirmation, and then we go from there. So for me to expect it to be any different would be for me to, having to expect for you to be a failure. You know what I mean? Because I give every woman the benefit of the doubt. But what I've come to understand, about that situation is she wanted something for free. She wanted the masculinity for free. She wasn't willing to sacrifice anything. The most she was willing to sacrifice is what would amount to what we call the quote unquote equality. Her 5 minutes for my 5 minutes. Like that's the furthest that it was going to go. Like anything that I requested from her didn't necessarily get met. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm good on that. You know what I mean? I'm good on that. Because once again, I made myself very clear. It was very straightforward. There was nothing maybe I missed something. Maybe that was what it was, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure that I made myself very clear on things, So what I'm starting to come to understand is that we still have a lot of work to do as men. This isn't necessarily a female issue, because here's my thing. Even though I can speak from a personal, situation, I can look at myself objectively without having to involve any emotion towards myself, which would blind me from what the truth of the matter is. And the truth of the matter is that I shouldn't have been giving it away for free in the first place. I wouldn't be here talking to you guys about giving away masculinity for free. So I would employ every guy to watch what you do, watch how you interact with these women. Because once again, I do deal in fundamentals, and this is very much so a fundamental. The exchange of masculine for feminine, that is the exchange rate. And feminine manifests in a different form than masculinity does. And I know exactly what that looks like, and she knows exactly what that looks like. So there should be no confusion of what my expectations were. But at the end result, masculinity for free. That was the end result. She got her little buzz on, and that was it. It was done. And maybe I'll have another conversation with her in the future, but I doubt it. It was kind of a not a good situation. I'm pretty much an asshole. I know that. I try not to be. Goodness gracious, something I need to work on. But I don't know where this expectation comes from, and I don't understand why it manifests the way that it does, because men with a decent amount of masculinity are becoming rarer and rarer by the day. We are highly sought after. Even in my personal life, I'm highly sought after. I recently had to turn a woman. Holy smokes! Like I had to tell women, like, look, I hope everything works out for you. I gotta give them that little back off, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I got my life together. I don't have unnecessary drama. I mean, I got issues that I need to work through, most definitely. We all do. I'm not going to say my life is perfect, but my life is what I want it to be. How about that? I expect for there to be some ups and downs, but there aren't many men, especially black men, who can say that. Not saying that, I'm comparing my life to anyone else's, but for the position that I'm in, for how hard I've worked, for the amount of cultivation that I have, for the amount of masculinity that I have, why should I be having this conversation? Maybe I need to do more self-reflection. But anyways, I didn't want to make this video too long. It was just on my mind. I got the other videos in the pipeline. I'm going to try to chop a few things up this weekend. I'm going to do the 4 forms of males, the 4 forms of masculine males, because a simp is still a masculine male in my opinion. It's just that he is a low tier masculine male, but he's going to be in the lineup as well. I know you guys are pretty much tired of hearing about this, but maybe I can put a different spin on things and give you a fresh start on the perspective. And there are a few other videos that I was thinking about doing. I was doing work over on my Wolf and Alpha Tire page, which I deal in totally different content there. But go check it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's not for everybody. But that's a different side of me. It's not, I guess it's a little bit more entertaining, I guess you can say. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. This is kind of like a pilot program that I'm running here. Maybe I'll just merge the two together, and but that'll be kind of weird. I don't know. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Of course, you know who this is. This is the Wolf in Beta Clothes. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.